Welcome back for another chapter of the Tale of Despereaux. Another great reading strategy, especially when reading a longer story, is when you start reading for that day is to kind of go back in your mind and summarize what's happened so far. This helps you keep track of the sequence of events, another important element in a story. So first, we know that Despereaux was born, and he was a little bit of a disappointment to his mother and father and to his brothers and sisters. He was odd for a mouse. He was tiny with big ears, and he did things that weren't mouse-like. His brothers and sisters tried to train him in how to act like a mouse, how to scurry, and how to nibble on a book. But they gave up because he just wasn't learning. He read a story in the library about a princess and a knight, and he loved reading that book. Other mice can't read. And then he discovered a sweet sound, and he realized that sound was music. Who was playing the music? It was the king of the castle, and he was playing a song to his daughter, the princess, and that's what they would do every night. Now, Despereaux, listening to the music, was so enthralled with the music that he allowed himself to be revealed to the humans because he got too close. But thankfully, Princess P was not afraid of the mouse and wanted him to feel calm because she could tell that he was scared, and asked her father to play his music for the mouse. And that's where we left off. So let's continue with chapter 5, what Furlough saw. Now remember, Furlough was going to go tell about him reading the story or not nibbling on the paper. Let's see what else she saw. We have another picture. Who do you think that is? A good reader might look at pictures before they read and try to make some inferences about it. Do you think that's Princess P? I think so. The Princess P looked down at Despereaux. She smiled at him, and while her father played another song, a song about the deep purple falling over sleepy garden walls, the princess reached out and touched the top of the mouse's head. Despereaux stared up at her in wonder. The P, he decided, looked just like the princess, the picture of the fair maiden in the book in the library. The princess smiled at Despereaux again, and this time Despereaux smiled back. And then something incredible happened. The mouse fell in love. Reader, you may ask yourself this question. In fact, you must ask yourself this question. Is it ridiculous for a very small, sickly, big-eared mouse to fall in love with a beautiful human princess named P? The answer is yes. Of course it's ridiculous. Love is ridiculous, but love is also wonderful and powerful. And Despereaux's love for the Princess P would prove in time to be all of these things: powerful, wonderful, and ridiculous. "You're so sweet," said the princess to Despereaux. "You're so tiny." As Despereaux looked up at her adoringly, Furlough happened to scurry past the princess's room, moving his head left to right to left, back and forth. "Cripes," said Furlough. He stopped. He stared into the princess's room. His whiskers became as tight as bowstrings. What Furlough saw was Despereaux Tilling sitting at the foot of the king. What Furlough saw was the princess touching the top of his brother's head. "Cripes," shouted Furlough again. "Oh, Cripes, he's nuts. He's a goner." And executing a classic scurry, Furlough went off to tell his father, Lester Tilling, the terrible, unbelievable news of what he had just seen. Oh no. Do you think Despereaux's father is going to be upset with him? Let's find out. Join us again next time.